Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to our channel where we bring you the best of the best in movies and entertainment. Today, we're diving into the world of shocking endings in movies. You know, those jaw-dropping, mind-blowing conclusions that leave you speechless and questioning everything you just watched. So grab your popcorn and get ready, because we're counting down the top 10 best shocking ending movies of all time. Starting off our list at number 10 is Avengers: Infinity War. Avengers: Infinity War left thousands of fans around the world shocked by its catastrophic conclusion. Now remembered among the movies with shocking endings, the blockbuster sees the Avengers valiantly fight the mad titan Thanos, Josh Brolin, who is getting closer to his goal of collecting all Infinity Stones and eradicating half of all life in the universe. What no one saw coming is that Thanos actually succeeded, and with a snap, the characters fans know and love slowly disintegrated. It's a devastating display of what felt like irreversible deaths at that time, and a moment that would forever transform the MCU. What's worse, viewers would have to wait a whole year to see what happens next.
Oh no. Well done.
Coming in at number 9 is Oldboy. Directed by Park Chan-wook, Oldboy is a South Korean thriller that tells the tragic story of Oh Dae-soo, Choi Min-sik, who is one day captured and kept in a cell for 15 years for no apparent reason. When he's just as suddenly released, he ventures out to seek revenge on his mysterious captor. Along the way, he meets and falls in love with a sushi chef, Mi-do, Kang Hae-young, who begins to help him on his quest. Oldboy has one of the most notorious disturbing movie endings, as when the protagonist finally comes face to face with the villain responsible for his suffering, Lee Woo-jin, Yujite. It turns out that he wanted payback for something Dae-soo did years ago. Dae-soo soon learns that he and Mi-do are father and daughter, and Woo-jin delights in his horrified reaction.
난 미도가 4살 때부터 여태까지 숨어서 보여왔는데 당신은 이게 뭐야?
Next up at number 8 is Atonement. In Joe Wright's romantic war drama, an adaptation from Ian McEwan's 2001 novel, James McAvoy and Keira Knightley co-star as young lovers, Robbie and Cecilia respectively, whose lives in 1935 coincide with the violence of World War II. But the source of the title Atonement comes from Cecilia's sister Bryony, played by Saoirse Ronan as a child, and Vanessa Redgrave as an adult, whose jealousy towards her sister leads her to interfere with their romance. Without spoiling the whole heartbreaking thing, Bryony is atoning for an act of selfishness on her part, and the beautiful love story that's being told is part of her own futile effort to seek forgiveness.
My sister and Robbie were never able to have the time together. They both so longed for and deserved.
At number 7 we have Fight Club. Decades after its release, David Fincher's Fight Club is still remembered for its stunning and earned twist ending. In Fincher's adaptation of Chuck Palahniuk's 1996 novel, An Aimless Office Drone, Edward Norton strikes up a sudden friendship with a charismatic and handsome stranger named Tyler Durden, Brad Pitt. The two start a fight club that invites men away to blow off steam and their aggression towards the modern world, only for it to spiral into an activist movement. Most people already know the story twist of Fight Club as much as they know that Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father. Oops. Did we spoil that too? It's still impressive to revisit Fight Club and see the breadcrumbs Fincher leaves in the build-up to his grand reveal.
You to hit me as hard as you can.
Why? How much can you know about yourself? You've never been in a fight.
Wait,
Taking the number 6 spot is The Others. Grace Stewart, masterfully played by Nicole Kidman, is waiting for her husband to return from the war in The Others. After hiring 3 new servants, Grace and her children experience unexplained occurrences in the house, supposedly caused by ghosts. Alejandro Amenabar, the writer and director, weaves quite a unique plot in its genre and, from the beginning, leaves slight hints as to what is happening. Grace has recurring nightmares, the children are ghostly pale, and the new servants do not appear bothered by the disturbing events that plague the house. And the explanation is ghastly. After her husband died in the war, Grace shot her children and herself. Their violent deaths prevented the family from realizing they were dead, and were the ones haunting the house and its residents.
That's the number of times I've seen them. I've seen the young woman the most.
Halfway through our list at number 5 is Saw, a groundbreaking horror film that launched the careers of James Wan and Lee Whannell. Saw still stands as one of the best horror films of the 21st century thus far. While many of its successors have been overloaded with gruesome torture devices and graphic violence, the low-budget movie utilized an effective screenplay and psychological suspense to leave audiences terrified. With the film focusing on 2 strangers who wake up chained in a bathroom designed by the Jigsaw Killer, its shocking ending definitely lingers on the mind. That was the sentiment of the user Milwaukee Pasta Bandit, who commented, "Saw's ending was so King good. Pacing and screenplay for that final scene were perfect, and it had me gaping at the screen."
Get help. I'm going to bleed to death.
Coming in at number 4 is The Usual Suspects. One of the most iconic movies with surprise endings. The Usual Suspects is a mystery film centered on the investigation of the enigmatic crime lord Kaiser Soze, who, according to Verbal Kint, Kevin Spacey, is responsible for the disastrous massacre and fire on a ship in Los Angeles. The movie is told through flashbacks, as Verbal narrates his version of events to the perplexed investigators. The ending of the film, directed by Bryan Singer, has been endlessly parroted and referenced in pop culture, which is a testament to just how powerful it is. When the investigators decide they're satisfied with Verbal's testimony, they let him go, only to realize he was using objects in the room to make up his wild story. There's a legendary scene where Verbal stops faking his disability before lighting a cigarette and getting in a car, satisfied after manipulating the authorities. He was the criminal mastermind all along.
There is no Kaiser Soze.
You never knew. That was his power.
He was in the harbor, killing many men. You mention his name again, I'll kill you right now.
How do you shoot the devil in the back?
A gift.
Breaking into the top 3 is The Sixth Sense. In The Sixth Sense, Malcolm Crowe, Bruce Willis, a child psychologist, takes on the case of a young boy named Cole Sear, Haley Joel Osment, who can see dead people. The boy reminds Malcolm of an old patient he failed to diagnose correctly and who, as an adult, entered his house one night, shot Crowe, and then turned the gun on himself. This film, by the king of movie twists M. Night Shyamalan, left audiences gasping at the revelation that Malcolm died that fateful night. And he is now one of the ghosts Cole sees. The clever clues throughout the story are subtle and come together beautifully at the end. A masterpiece in its genre, that confounding ending is still referenced today as one of the best surprise endings of all time.
I see dead people.
At number 2, we have Seven. Seven is a renowned crime thriller that needs no introduction. Directed by David Fincher, the film follows 2 detectives, the disillusioned and retiring William Somerset, Morgan Freeman, and the younger David Mills, Brad Pitt, who become partners in a serial killer case. Each murder by the mysterious killer is elaborately designed based on one of the 7 deadly sins. In the end, when the detectives finally capture the killer, John Doe, Kevin Spacey. 2 final sins haven't been attached to murders yet, Indy and Wrath. Doe's master plan is soon revealed when the iconic box with Mills' wife's severed head arrives, which the killer took for the sin of Indy, of Mills' relationship. John Doe soon uses this to urge the distraught detective to finish the job by embracing Wrath and shooting the killer. It's a stunning ending that has gone down in cinematic history as one of the most twisted, brilliant, and unpredictable conclusions ever.
There are 7 deadly sins. Gluttony.
You're going to come take a look at this?
Greed.
No one touches anything.
Sloth. Wrath. Pride. Lust.
And finally, taking the number 1 spot on our list is The Mist. The Mist leaves viewers in silence as the credits roll, shrouding them in uncertainty. A Stephen King adaptation, the chilling final scene features the protagonist, David Drayton, Thomas Jane, and a group fleeing otherworldly creatures in a menacing mist. Stranded without gas, David takes it upon himself to end their suffering in a mercy-killing spree. Moments later, as the mist clears, it is revealed that military personnel have successfully defeated the threat. Drayton's gut-wrenching screams close the film, offering a haunting commentary on the consequences of irrational fear and hasty decisions in moments of desperation in one of the best horror movies ever.
For once.
There's 5 of us.
So there you have it, folks, our top 10 best shocking ending movies of all time. Did your favorite make the list? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more movie content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.